Hello. I think the simplest way to make a big animation is to use in between with other specific movements. For example, you have this character without animation, and you can load some other specific animation that you've done, or you can get one that I did. For example, I get this one. And you can put them together like this. Go to the main animation, create the poses for the in-between. For example, you have this at 0, and you can put this one, for example, at 60, and move the character, press F to create a frame. Put the character forward, and select it, the frames, and press in between, and you have the animation. Now you can get the other animation. You can put on this point controller mode, select everything, select all the let me back here, select all the frames that you want to put in the other animation. This 267, you Control Shift C, it's this copy interval. Go to the other animation. You need to select at least the same amount of frames that you marked on the other animation. I'm gonna separate a little bit and select at least 270. Let me get some more. That's good. Now you go to the point controller mode to select everything and press Ctrl Shift V, and you have all the animation here. You can also use this option, but you see, let me focus here. You can see that the animation is a little bit different from it should be. So you can follow another tutorial that shows you to enable the ghost state and previous ghost state keyframe. I'm also always confused about it. Yeah, that's right. So you can easily align. Oh yeah, you have to select the interval edit mode, use the step, enable it, and try to match with the previous frame. You can do that watching for the ghost, and I think it's fine. Let's see how the animation goes. And you see that there is a jump. Oh yeah, and the orientation is messed up. Forgot about that. Okay, let's put in the interval mode again, and let me correct the orientation. It should be this, but I'm gonna do another thing. I'm gonna move it a little bit forward so I can use the in-between to make it the connection between the two poses. So okay, now I can see the animation and it jumps. Okay, it's fine. So I can select this both poses and also use the in-between to glue them together. Let's see. It's too fast, so I can use plus button to create more frames between the two poses. Select it and press in between again. And let's see. And you see, basically, that I think that's enough for a quick animation, and you can do it very easily using the in-between. Yeah, let me put the full result back again. And I think this might be the greatest way to animate things in a quick way. You create the detailed animation that you need, for example, this kicking and stuff. It's better to animate manually, because I think in-between is not prepared to do that. I didn't test to, but you get the idea. And glue them together using in-between, I think it's awesome. Oh yeah, and another important thing, this animation that I did here, it's in 60 frames per second. So another difference that might happen is, so if you see here, the default is 30 frames per second. So let's put it, you see, now the animation is fine because it's in the correct FPS, but the rest of the motion is not. So there's another problem, that in between, not a problem, it's a limitation. In between, from what I tested, it can be used only on about 120 frames. So how do you do to make the animation in a better way? You see that it's moving too quickly here. Another thing that you can do is select the quick frames, and you can use this stretching mode. You select it and stretch. It was 80 frames, so probably putting to 160 might be enough, because it's the double of the FPS, yes. Let's see. And you see, now it makes more sense. Man, that's the best, in my humble opinion. I was looking for it for such a long time, and now I can do it with Cascadeur. Have a great time. Bye bye.